Hey, welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith. Let me try to get you in frame here. I can't really see because the sun's in my eyes. Kelly and I are down at the Liberty Memorial, I just made a video for American Reversion about is America worth saving. If you want to know a little bit about the Liberty Memorial, it was a memorial that was built in memorial of World War One. At the time, they thought it was going to be the only war. It was a war to end all wars, right? The Great War, until we had World War II, of course, and then many after that. Let me turn you around here for just a second and see if I can show you the tower. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. I'm in the sun and I can't see. There you go. There you go. You can see the tower of the Liberty Memorial. And it's quite a thing. My father and grandfather both fought in the wars. They have bricks down here, memorial bricks. My father in World War II, my grandfather in World War I. And let's see, there's Kelly over there. And she's getting out of the picture behind me. So I want to talk about a little bit. What kind of war is coming? Is a war coming at all? I think very possibly it is. Is it going to be a civil war? Is it going to be a revolution? Could be either one. We don't know. Behind me there is the monster. Kansas City, Missouri, known locally as Killer City because of all the homicides. Sunday morning had three murders early morning, probably the same today. Used to be a heck of a town. Used to love Kansas City. I lived in Kansas City. I rode a district just east of here a little way. Kansas City used to be a going town. It used to be exciting. It used to have the energy. It was kind of like a little Chicago. Pretty safe town. You could bring your dates downtown, go to a lounge, go dancing, go to a piano bar, go to great restaurants, never have a problem. Don't try to do that now. The city behind me, like the other cities in our country, is where the problem's coming from. Now, I love the city. I'm not going to slam the city. I know a lot of people slam the cities. They're dangerous places. I have to admit that I love coming to the city because I still like the energy. There's an energy in the city that you don't get anywhere else. You know, it's like that old song after World War One. How you going to keep them down on the farm after they've seen Paris? Well, you know, these cities got built up because people came from the surrounding areas because they wanted to be with other people. And the jobs were there, and the commerce was there, and the excitement was there, and the entertainment was there. You know, there's things in cities you don't get anywhere else. My daughter was just in a cheerleading competition over in the big arena downtown here. You don't get that other places. My son is about to come down for a recital at the big Performing Arts Center over here. You don't get that in other places. So the city does draw. It draws energy, but it gives us energy. But something has happened to the cities that are going to cause whatever kind of war that's coming up. And that's because behind me back here are people who think entirely differently than Americans used to. Now, we still, if you're listening to me, you probably think like I do. You think that hard work and perseverance and personal responsibility and rugged individualism is what America was made of and built on. That's what we believe. The people who lived back down there and around me in about a 3 mile, 5 mile, I don't know, whatever miles, pretty big area, statement, there's too many people. Now, there's good people out there too. There are good people out there. But there's too many out there that don't believe that at all. And behind me in the city are a disproportionate number of people who make their living with government checks, whether that's working for the government or whether that's waiting for the next check or whatever they wait for now, their SNAP card, their food assistance, their welfare, their child support, whatever. Back there behind me, we have about a 70% fatherless homes. We have family units. I don't know if you want to call them families or not, but mother and kids who are in their fifth generation of nobody ever had a job. They don't know what a job is. They don't see a reason to get a job. Now, there are some who clawed their way out and they saw a better way and they've become some of the best Americans I know. Okay? But they are the exceptions. You go down there and you take your life in your hands because of the ones who believe that America is a horrible place. They don't see any reason to work. They don't see any reason to respect the values that we built this country on. And that city behind me is just a petri dish growing more and more of this stuff. Okay, it's like a generator. It generates more and more people who think that the world owes them something, and they're going to get it, no matter how they have to do to get it. Now, how the next war starts is as these cities get bigger and as they become more and even more dependent on the money of other people, meaning government money, because even the people that work down there for the government think that they're kind of special. I know that because I've worked with a lot of them. A city is starting to collapse. The cities are collapsing. They've been collapsing for a long time, but they're going to start collapsing more. A city is like a black hole, that the more government money comes in to support it, the more it sucks in the energy, the tax money from the areas around it. It becomes more and more dense. If you know anything about black holes, a black hole is a star that collapsed. Okay? And it collapsed under its own weight, just like a city. Cities used to be stars. They used to be great. They collapsed under their own weight until finally they become so dense that you don't see them anymore. They become, the only way that you know that a black hole is there is because of the radiation that you see at its event horizon, and also the effect that it has on the stars or the matter around them. It's the same with a city. The city is sucking the resources out of the rest of the country. As the cities get worse and worse, more federal money, more local money, more tax money, meaning money taken away from working people, is needed to support it. And it doesn't just want to survive, it wants to grow. And that's the problem. It will reach a point to where it is a tipping point and it just can't be sustained any longer. If that city behind me is a bright blue dot on that map that you may have seen in the voting patterns of the last election, of every election that I can recall. The cities are all Democrat, they're all bright blue, surrounded by seas of red. Okay. Now, the elections end up like they are because acres don't vote, people do. And they've packed enough people into these cities that believe they're hogwash, that the government is their friend, and they buy their votes. Okay? And of course they steal the votes in other ways, but they've been buying votes forever. And they buy votes from people who think that they're going to do better off if the government is taken care of. Okay? That is diametrically opposed to what America was based on. So as these cities become bigger and bigger, and as they suck more resources out of the rest of the country, there's going to be an increasing demand on the work and the resources of the producers by the parasites who suck it up. And there's going to be an increasing resentment on the part of those who produce and see their hard-earned money sent into black holes like are behind me. Okay, they don't produce anything. The government doesn't produce anything but problems. The people who are sucking up the government money don't produce anything either, except the need for more police. As these cities go farther and farther down the toilet, the good police are leaving. Okay, and that leaves, and we're already seeing a lowering of the hiring standards in these cities. If you think that what you've seen in the last year in the riots is bad, it's nothing compared to what's coming in the next few years if things don't go the way the folks want them to. Okay. It's going to get worse. Now, is it going to be a revolution or is it going to be a civil war? It's hard to say. It's really not going to make a big difference in the way that we are going to approach it. It's going to be, if you remember what Mel Gibson said in The Patriot, it's not a war that's going to be fought across the ocean like this memorial talks about. It's going to be fought amongst our houses, our neighborhoods, and not just the cities. It's going to be in the small towns. And I'm going to do another one on what I think a lot of people have a misimpression of the safety of small towns is going to be. However, what happens, whether it's a civil war or whether it's a revolution, depends on how many people get upset enough at the right time. A civil war is a war where two or more factions fight over the control of the same government. A revolution is where people try to throw off the control of a government and start something new. What they call the Civil War here was not a civil war at all. It was a secession on the part of a number of states that they had a perfect right to do, and it was an invasion by the United States, the remaining northern states, the Union, an invasion of a foreign country, of foreign states, of states that had seceded and said they were no longer a part of the United States, and they constructed a new country of their own. They lost that one. I don't know if they'll lose the next one. Sorry, I've got somebody back here talking to Kelly, and I just kind of want to see what's going on. That's right. I've got both the guns on me. So when I come to the city, I always carry two guns. I've explained that before. But this is probably going to be something in between. It's going to be the outlying areas against the cities. The government will be on the part of the cities. The people in the surrounding areas will have to deal with that. I don't think that it's going to take that long. I don't know. Could come in the next year, could come in 10 years, it doesn't matter. What matters is that we be ready when it does, and to take those steps that we need to be ready. I don't want my kids to live in a country that this country is headed towards to be. I don't want my grandkids there. I don't want to live in it. I don't think you do either. So I'm sorry, I'm paying attention to this guy, what he's saying. But anyway, I think I'm going to leave it at that and say that I think that the next problem that we have, it's going to be major. There's going to be a lot of little problems building up to it. Okay, it's going to be major. We don't know which way it's going to be, but it's going to be something. And everybody had better be ready. If we're ready, I wouldn't be surprised we'll be able to pull out something pretty good. Whether that's an America that is like America should be, with a whole lot of little blue dots all over the place that We build a fence around? How would that be? Or what? You all think about it. Let me know what you think about it. I'm going to shoot another one down here in a little bit. We may go over. I used to ride a district for a long time on the east side of Kansas City, which is a real interesting place about surviving getting out of the city. But you all talk about this. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. Whatever comes our way, we need to be able to do it well. And that comes from thinking and preparing now. So you all have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.